What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the most underrated PC building YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be building for you guys a $338 Canadian gaming PC, which is around $265 US. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different because the processor I'm going to use is a Xeon processor. And more importantly, it's actually a Xeon equivalent of an i7 first gen, which means it has overclocking capabilities. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to overclock in today's build. You will see why in a second. Now, before I get to the parts list, please smash the subscribe button in the next 5 seconds or else your house becomes a toaster. Alright, let's get to the parts list. For the processor, I chose this X3470 CPU, which is 4 cores and 8 threads, has a max turbo frequency of 3.6 and a base turbo frequency of 2.93 GHz. I was able to get this processor with the motherboard and 8GB of RAM for 80 Canadian dollars. This CPU is equivalent to an i7 870. Even though the CPU came out in 2009, it still packs great performance for budget gamers, especially when you could buy them for fairly cheap prices. To cool the CPU, I had this RGB cooler on hand, which I got for free from upgrading my friend's computer, but you could probably find this on AliExpress for around like 20 bucks. The CPU cooler is nothing special, but it does have 2 copper heat pipes and 2 RGB fans, so it should be able to handle overclocks. Now for the RAM sticks, since I only got 8GB of RAM from the CPU and motherboard combo, I decided to add another kit of 8GB to the build, which only costed me $10 because I bought it off my friend. Keep in mind, this build only supports up to 16GB of DDR3. As for the storage, I went with a 120GB SSD, which I got for $25 as the boot drive, and for the secondary storage device, I went with a 500GB hard drive, which I was able to get for $10. Now here is the reason why I couldn't overclock in today's video, because I decided to go with a 400W Kruger power supply, which I got on sale for $33.46. Since this is not the best quality unit, it could only withstand stock settings. Anything higher than that, you will hear a coil whine sound. Now for the graphics card, I was able to get the GTX 1050 Mini 2GB variant for $100. This graphics card still provides great performance as of 2021, especially for only $100 in the current GPU market. This card requires no extra power cables, which is why I thought a 400W power supply should be good enough for today's build. And in the end, I was kind of right, I just can't overclock. Now for the budget case that's gonna hold all the components in. It is the DIY PC Rainbow Flash G3 Black Edition. Overall, I think this is a pretty good budget case if you get it for cheaper than I did, which I got for $80, which is definitely not worth it considering the build quality for DIY cases are not that good. But other than that, the case looks great for what it is, and it also has a RGB button built in on the case to change the RGB in the front. With all the parts talked about, let's pull up a price tally for today's build, and then get to the time lapse and then the benchmarks.
Okay.
enjoyed today's PC build video, please leave a comment down below for any suggestions on any future videos I could do. Now if you liked the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like the video, still give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Have a good holiday everyone.